than half of our 18 to 34-year-olds showed up. And I know we can do better than that as well. Then when we look at independence, less than 46% of our independents showed up in 2018. We will do better than that in this election cycle. Again, it's not a matter of can we, it's are we willing, because we won harder fights in this state. This is a state that was once #1 in education, folks. And we're falling farther and farther down the list. 18, 19, 20, and we know that's not where we belong. We weren't just #1, though, because of our amazing educators. We weren't just #1 because of the Iowa basic skills test. We were #1 because nearly 100 years before Brown versus Board of Education, Iowa made a decision to desegregate schools. Iowa did that. On the account of a little black girl whose dad wanted her to seek education, Iowa said no matter your race, no matter your gender, no matter where you live, every student throughout this state should be afforded access to a quality public education. Iowa did that. And that was not an easy fight. Not an easy fight. But we've got to remember about those things, because this was during an era where we were like 99.9% white. But look at what we could do with that. When we look at 2007, when the rest of the country was trying to figure out who should the next president of the United States should be, Iowa said boldly and proudly, a black man. And guess what happened? The rest of the country listened. Remember what we're capable of, folks. In 2010, when everybody was trying to figure out who should marry who, Iowa said boldly and proudly, mind your business and marry who you choose. That was not an easy step. But we won it. We won it in this state. So again, it's not a question of can we, it's are we willing. This race will not be won on my back and my back alone. We will not win our House and our Senate seats. We will not win our U.S. Senate seats and our congressional seats on one back and one back alone. We do this collectively as a party. And I know for the last 24 months we've been a little bit disconnected. We've been throwing shoes at Fox News and losing friends because we're a little bold and proud about how we feel. Over the last 24 months, we've been fighting to prove a point, whether it be on Facebook or in person. What I'm asking us to do in these moments is lessen our activity on fighting to prove a point and up and strengthen our activity on fighting for common ground. In our Democratic Party, we often talk about the lack of a message. Y'all have said it in this room, I know you have. We need a message. We need a message. We fuss at the DNC, where's our message? We fuss at the Iowa Democratic Party, where's our message? We fuss at Scott County Democratic Party, where's our message? Well, I'm here to remind you of something that's a little bit more important than the message. The messenger. You all are the messengers. There's this quote that says, if you don't believe me, I'm going to tell you why you're the messengers. There's this quote by Isaac Newton that says, if I see farther, it is because I stand on the shoulders of giants. You all being here today in these moments tell me that you all are the giants. But there are folks in this room who we wanted to be here. Think about it. Maybe people you would have texted, emailed, folks who ignored your invitation or gave you some excuse you don't believe in. I don't want you to forget about those people. The people in 2020 that told you that they didn't vote, and you said, I'll never talk to you again. Don't forget about those people. The people who believe their vote doesn't matter, their vote doesn't count, you all don't forget about those people because we need them. The way our democracy works is if we work collectively together. And what better party for that to happen in than the Iowa Democratic Party, the party with the big tent, the party that lays that welcome mat down for anybody who's looking to move our communities forward. This is our chance to make it happen. But just in case you really need a message, I'll give y'all one. Y'all want a message? Yeah, please. I was going to unveil this last night, but you all are hearing it first. And this is the message because we've got some real problems happening in our state that need real solutions. As I'm traveling throughout this state, there are some issues that are overwhelmingly consistent. No matter if I'm in a rural town, an urban town, whether I'm talking to somebody black, a Latino, whether I'm talking to somebody young or old, There are some real issues going on throughout this state. And so it's time for us to see some real progress. And you all are like, Deidre, you keep saying real. I want that word to be ingrained in your head. Because this is election, it's real. When we talk about real, R, rural revitalization. Everybody needs that, no matter where you live, urban, rural, suburban. When we talk about real, E, education and childcare. When we talk about real, A, accessible and affordable health care and mental health care. Real, L, labor force empowerment. These are issues that we can talk about no matter the party, no matter the gender, no matter the race, because these are the real issues. It's time for Iowa to get real, right?
Oh, I like that.
We can get it. Can we get it? Well, y'all are the first to hear real. And I want you all to use that message, but more importantly, I want you to use your message. I want you to use your lived experiences, your challenges, the things that keep you up at night. Because most people at this point in time just want to know that they're not alone. That they're not the only ones struggling to make ends meet. That they're not the only ones that are afraid to talk to their neighbors on the account that the conversation might get too political. That they're not the only ones afraid to retire on the account of their health insurance may not keep them alive on the other side of retirement. People want to hear your stories and know that you are willing and available to hear theirs. Are y'all willing to make this thing happen?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are we willing? If you are going to hear from some incredible candidates this afternoon, please give them your love, your support, your energy. The primary is only the beginning. Let's go win this thing out.
All right.
Oh, before I leave, I didn't announce my 80-year-old grandmother is here from Jackson City, Mississippi. She was teaching.